And hello, everybody.
We are here with our first coverage. This is our first coverage,
Yeah,
right?
we didn't do one last
This
week.
is our first coverage of Fall 2025 ECAC Rocket League. As always, I am Louis, joined by the oh-so-wonderful Damien.
Hello, everybody.
And tonight, we should have an interesting one for you. We have Ball State University going up against Wichita State University. These teams have been known to be monumental titans in their division,
Absolutely.
and I'm excited to see what they present us tonight.
All right. We do have our players probably pretty raring to go, so let me bring us over to that. And let me click spectate and say that you're free to go whenever you want. Okay. Let's get us right into the fun action. I unmuted my mic, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I did. We're good. Okay. Now I'm still having issues because, for some reason, the ECAC stream in particular, it's fine. When I do it, he doesn't like it.
It's because what's an ECA stream without some issues, huh?
Because they just want to make my life harder.
Well, it is what it is, unfortunately. In any case, we had a strong kickoff coming in from Wichita so far, heading towards the midfield now. Lots of demos coming out very early on, and Knight's going in with a big fly. Cross comes in through the crossbar, nothing too much just yet. Crocked up into the air to his teammate. That's a lovely pass and a lovely center, but Guz there for the save. Absolutely formidable defense so far as it's a battle towards the orange midfield.
I love
Now sitting
the
back
demos.
to the corner. We do love our demos in this house. Both trying to challenge. Imos gets to it first, though. Pretty big corner right here. But Wova, excuse me. And it's an open net! No! As Ga is able to take the first goal of tonight and put Ball State on the board. Vitality. Where's the G2 love?
Focus.
Kickoff again, coming in towards the midfield boost. That's actually a great setup. Huge fly from Boone, passing it up to his teammate of Knight! And an absolute great air dribble right there to center it for his teammate. And with no issue at all, we're tied up very quickly with only 13 seconds of lead.
Like this, because it doesn't automatically update. There we go. Now the teams have their logos.
All right.
It doesn't automatically load it when you go into the lobby anymore for some reason.
Well, despite the technical issues, these players are still going strong. It's a
we're getting
little
high.
bit of a fight.
It says we're getting very high frame skipping, so.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Back into the corner again. Going up with it. Towards the ceiling, he could just get the sim himself, nearly. But Boone is able to get there instead. Back towards midfield, Imos having a good dribble so far, gets past Oath. Not too much defense here. Wova is able to save it, fortunately, and we're going to head back towards mid, as it's just a little bit of a battle as of right now. The boost econ could definitely be better for Wichita right now, as they're currently up against the ropes. Ball State are just looking for a new attack to try and keep this pressure on for as long as possible, especially now that the score is tied up. Both of these teams definitely need an answer, and they need one quickly. But it's a pass from Wova. It's blocked off by Knight. He's going to carry it back into the midfield. Ga is there to respond. And Knight carrying it up. I do believe Imos is able to make it, thankfully. Knight carrying it on. Up into the goal. It's a nice little ceiling bounce. Anybody there for it? No, they're not. Doing this defense, though, is Imos, who has barely
Look at this air action.
Plenty of air action, indeed.
Everybody's off the walls. And the floor.
Off the walls, and basically with no boost, too, so I'm surprised these players are even up in the air at this point.
It is a performance.
They're just dancing. It's a ballet of vehicles right now.
And a goal.
Ooh,
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Oh, very nice.
Almost saved it, ever so barely, but still went in.
Nearly deflected right there. Great little toe tap, great little butt tap. Nearly saving it. But it'll put Wichita in a 2-1 lead at the 2nd minute. Corner battle now as Wova sends it right back, and Imas is able to push it away, but not before Oath can bounce it right back. Quick responses from these teams right now as Oath, off the corner of his wheels, is able to just smack it on in.
Stream doesn't look completely
just like that.
awful, but I don't like it.
We're definitely tied now.
Nope, it's awful. It's awful. I hate it.
Oh,
It's bad.
what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I think you did. I'm watching the stream right now. It's not perfect.
Yeah, it looks choppy as hell.
Oh, it was running for a moment.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad.
Anyway, just in case, auditory highlights. Ga pushing it off towards mid. He gets past one defender. He gets past two defenders. He gets past three defenders. But is saved just in the nick of time. Somehow he's able to recover, and Imos forwarding on back towards the corner right here. Ga is able to meet him and send it right back. Coming on up is Ga, who just has 2 players to beat. Not able to. 1 minute warning. As this pressure from Ball State is still really aggressive. Imos going for a nice defensive fly, and Oath is there for another cross potentially, but no, Boone instead. Ga keeping it up in the favor of Ball State. Wova is able to keep it in the corner. Potential cross right there. Boone does have the positioning to defend, and with the assistance of Moss, he's able to do so. Ga going up into the air, right over the head of Knight, off the backboard. It's blocked by Moss, who's able to keep it alive, and the scoring tied. Knight off of this post. He's able to defend just enough for Imos to push it back towards mid, but Oath and Wova still battling it out to keep position on this half, as it's a big hit from Wova, and it's saved by Knight. Absolutely incredible. Oath going up into the midfield, heading towards the corner. Knight is there to meet him.
Like it, but still keeping it up.
We're heading back towards midfield.
That's actually a little dangerous.
It's in the air. It's going to the corner. It hits the floor.
Overtime number 1. Picking it off. And it's almost over already. That was close.
Oh my lord.
That might have been the quickest overtime goal I would have seen.
Well, they still want to make it that way just in case, because this aggression is still very hyper. Sending it towards the goal, but Wova's there to block it. Nice shot on target from Iamos, and good defense from Wova. Iamos sending it back, keeping this aggression up for Wichita. Doesn't have too much to work with here, but he's able to get the fly towards the goalpost, but it's easily defended over by Wova. Ga also trying to assist in the defense. Boone is able to come on up. Knight looking for a bounce pass, and it heads towards mid. Not able to get the best of touches as Moss, but he sets it up very vaguely for his teammate, and Oath is able to take the advantage instead. Boone going up off of the corner, heading towards midfield once again, gets a nice little wall bounce, but it's stopped by Ga. He'll send it on back. He gets a decent fly, nearly dropping it. It's off the corner. Is anybody getting there in time? And it's a self-goal!
That's... very awkward pinch, and yeah, Knight's not able to save that at that angle. All right, then. Ball State up 1. It's fair. Ball State is... I mean, as we have stated before, these are very, very strong players. Ball State, notably, very, very strong.
Just look at the stat differential right now. A goal for each member of Ball State. Great assists, good saves between everybody. Everybody played their part beautifully right there, and that's honestly what got them the win.
the turf. The countdown begins. Second round. Ball is up.
You thought it was staying up.
I thought they were going to keep bouncing around a bit. My bad.
Speaking of bounces, Boone gets a nice one towards
This
the
is what I'm talking
goalpost.
about. They love doing this. And
Once
denies that
again.
wall. That double. The double tap. That's the term. I'm remembering the terminology. It's coming back to me.
It's a double tap. It's a wall bounce. It's an air dribble. It's a whatever
it's a
you
goal.
call it. That I would call a goal.
That's
yes.
a goal.
That is most definitely a goal in favor of Wichita. They're looking for vengeance after that first round.
Nice, sneaking that in past two people nicely.
We go off towards the Wichita side of the field. Wova is able to contest very quickly. Imos sends it right back, and I don't think any of the Ball State members have enough boost to contest. They drop back to the defense, and that's a nice little fake right there from Ga. Can he beat the defenders? Unfortunately, no. Imos is there as Boone is trying to collect his thoughts in terms of a counterattack. Knight looking for some kind of positioning as it's a little awkward. Off of the front wheels, headed towards the blue side.
That's a good
Assisted
pass.
by Wova.
These are good passes.
Every those passes. Headed to the corner.
Both did drop
Contested
a
by
bit, though.
Boone, however. They're still going to keep up this offensive. Gets over Imos's head. Still battling it out in this corner. Off of the post ever so slightly. That's a shot on goal if I've ever seen it, but Moss is there, thankfully, to send it the other way. Knight also sending it up. Wova hitting it right on back towards the corner. We're fighting it out once again. Oath, very ambitious fly, but isn't able to pick up much right there. He'll drop on back, heading back towards the corner once again. These players are really loving these corner kicks right now, and I see why. Because it gets them the goal that they need. Oath is going to score the first goal for Ball State this match and bring it to a 1-1 scoreline. Back towards the middle. Here we go. Knight with a very decent fly, but he's bumped over by the defenders of Ball State. Off of the side of Moss, it heads towards the middle. An unintentional demo, it seems, from Ga. These things happen, you know. We're all insured, probably. I'm all sitting it back towards the middle. It's intercepted by Wova and Ga, who's trying to make it work off of the core sides. Not the core. Knight. It's a decent touch, but it's blocked over by Oath, who Knight is able to contest it rather well. It's hit by Ga up into the midfield, sent it right back, and Wova still battling it on out with Knight, who sent it directly back in the corner. Fighting his Boone, who's trying to center it, but not much is there. It's a nice clear by Ball State, trying to see if they can formulate it into a counterattack, but it's sent directly over the head of Ga. What a fly from Knight. Great defense being played by Wichita right now, but they need to find a gap to get some offense in. Both still contesting it, hitting it over towards the side, and Moss is able to contest. Not too many defenders to get past, but Wova is there, along with the recovering Ga and Oath. Still battling it out in the corner right now. It's a center and a clear coming in from Knight. Tap to try and keep things alive. It's a nice save. Can they do it again? Can they do it a third time? They cannot. And Wichita takes hold of the lead once again.
Ding, ding, ding. Thanks, Sonic.
I love Sonic. He's pretty cool.
Sonic Hedgehog's alright. I don't like saying the. It's funnier than not.
Mr. Hedgehog. For all intents and purposes, he's Sonic T. Hedgehog.
So long, Wova.
Back in the middle, now towards the goalie's box
Is
of
back
Wichita.
already.
Still heading it towards the back. Towards the corner we go. We hit on back to the middle. It's blocked off by Boone, who's continuing his aggressive rampage. Imos is looking for a fly, but Oath is able to deny. Knight sets it up back in towards the corner, and Wova looking for a touch to keep it in his favor. It's stuck in mid and deflected over by Boone. It's a battle now in mid to try and keep connection here. Big yoink from Moss to keep things going strong, as Knight isn't able to get there in time, and no boost for Moss. He needs to recover
demo wasn't there fast enough.
because there's
But
three
it's still making its way
offenders. And he sneaks in the goal regardless. And Ball State tied up once again. This is looking oddly familiar from our last match. But here we go. The very next kickoff is in session as we move towards the side of Wichita. Almost a very rapid goal right there. Moss kind of centering it for the opposition. Thankfully, Knight is able to recover and save it. Wova battling it off in the corner. He deflects it on towards mid. Boone is able to assist. It pops up in the air by Ga. Knight looking to carry it over and potentially shut this one down.
And overtime number
But
2.
it ultimately goes to overtime.
The natural flow of things for the Titans division.
They are our Titans for a reason. As Oath moving it on and gets a shot on goal. That's a very on-target shot! And that's a very clean goal as he smacks it down.
Good setup from Mova, and Oath capitalizing at a nice angle. Boone unable to get there in time.
Just great use of teamwork. And just like that, Ball State,
Up 2.
in a second overtime, will collect a second win.
Now, for some reason, because I don't make the rules, these are best of 7s. Don't ask me why. That's just what the rulebook says. So, still anything can happen.
Genuinely.
Get back to that spectate position and keep the games rolling.
Well, here we go. Let's see if Wichita can turn it around. They had good aggression in the past 2 matches, but they just can't finish it off in the end. Ball State are just able to run away with it. Battling it off now. Heading in towards the midfield. Moss is there for the deflect. This Wova doing the same. Headed towards the corner. It's Boone to beat, and he will. As it's heading over towards the crossbar. Ga putting it down. Is anybody able to intercept? Moss is there. Try and clear it on off. He beats Wova to the punch, but Oath thankfully able to keep it alive. Knight, though, has other things to say if he moves towards the corner. Excuse me. Boone is there to potentially make it happen, and Oath dodges the wrong way, and Boone is able to score very early.
There's a little bit of that, but it's also kind of honestly a feint on Oath, or on Boone's part, kind of like slightly tapping it downward so it doesn't like have the momentum that Oath was expecting.
Oh yeah, that was really nice right there.
Whoa there. We're swerving around
Getting a little frisky.
And up without boost, so lost immediately.
Now you do what you have to.
Oh, whoa there.
Right now, Oath is just breaking through the defensive line.
Okay.
God is able to follow up, and somehow that goal goes to Wova. Just like that. The aggression from Ball State is being displayed very rapidly.
All the player control and as well as positioning is just too strong. And I agree, the proper answer is to just kill them.
I believe we need more demos. Demos
okay,
that
well, never mind. That didn't
to an opposition goal.
So that didn't
Guff from midfield is able to make it happen.
that didn't work as planned.
I know people say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but what happens if we just go for the demo again? We could go for this too. A very beautiful fly. Unfortunately, it's intercepted by Ga. Very nice defensive work as it's hit back towards the middle once again. Oath propping it up. Nice tap from Moss to keep it on going. Battling over towards the midfield once again. Wova moving it on up. It's a corner. Doesn't have much support to deal with, but Oath trying to keep it alive. He might get this himself if it weren't for Knight, that is. A little bit of a conflicting interest over in midfield, and that might give Moss what he needs. And that's exactly why. A little bit of a offensive blunder turning into a counterattack. As Moss sneaks it on through and ties it up once again. I'm talking into my pop filter, which is currently not
Okay,
hey, all right. What even? All right, we love a kickoff goal.
Yeah, it was a very staggered kickoff into capitalization. So
see,
we take those.
Wichita just have to do the same thing now. But it heads towards the corner. It's deflected off of Oath. That's a nice fly though. Off the top. Oh, what a double tap! Off the crossbar, Moss is just going to do it himself. He's tired of what he's been seeing.
Smack it down.
Huge play from Moss, and we're tied again.
And there goes Wova.
They're out for blood, this Wichita State team.
Things are getting pretty aggressive on the field. Seen a lot of more bumping of the car as opposed to ball lately.
That is true, but it is working out for them. Wova trying to hit it on up. He'll send it forward. Boone sends it back as IMS heads it to the corner. Ga contesting this as Boone does need to fall back as we need more defenders over towards the side. Oath is able to get a touch and stop this offense very slightly. Thankfully, Wova's there off of a powerful hit from Knight. He needs to do it again, unfortunately. He's got the assistance from Ga this time around. They need to get the ball out of the goalie's box. Ga flicking it back, and Moss is able to answer. Knight following it on up with a corner hit. That's a big hit! Deflected off by Wova, unfortunately. Ga looking to follow it up, but Boone is there. Tap from Knight as well.
And a very awkward drop, but not the good angle.
Oh, it loses the ball, loses his momentum. Now it's a side from Moss. He gets it past one, but can't get it past the second.
Goes there again. Gut is still there, don't worry. Pressure. Okay, Gut's no longer in the goal.
Oath is there in the turn, though, and Moss is just giving slight aggression, and corner bins from Boone. Very nice hit. A little bit of a fake action from Moss as Boone goes in. Deflecting off of the crossbar, and Wichita have control of the lead. Will they hold it, though? Already battling it off in the corner. Heading back to midfield. Now we're just flying through the air right now. Knight is able to get involved as Gus sends it right back. Boom! A little too ambitious. Moss is able to recover just in time, though, and Oath is looking to battle this out. Set up for Wova is not going to happen.
It's okay to be ambitious.
Moss is able to save it for now, but Ga looking to recounter. Oath sneaks it past one, but can't sneak it past the second. This is a great counterattack as it's an open goal. And Boone with the read finally gets a larger lead for Wichita. 5-3 scoreline.
Now
there's only 40 seconds left.
Now either there was a lot of trust that Boone had for Knight saving that. That's why they missed it. Or they missed it and it just all worked out in the long run. Who knows? I'd like to believe the former.
Either way, this is a great sort of setup for Wichita now. As there's only 30 seconds left, and they're up 2 goals. If they can keep the aggression like they are, they should be able to run the clock enough for their first match win. Moss is still keeping the defense up. It's a bit of a counterattack. There's only one defender to beat. He needs assistance from his team. It drops on down.
10 seconds.
And Wova deflects it back.
Don't think we're heading to an overtime again.
Yeah,
so.
I think this one is thoroughly
However,
over.
We could be wrong. Who knows?
On.
I didn't write the script.
On.
I didn't even read the script, let alone.
Oath and Gov for a combination says it's not over yet. 3 seconds to go. Are we headed to the 3rd overtime in a row? We're just going to have to find out as Knight hits it towards the corner. Gah hits it up. Wova over towards the corner again. Into the corner. That's not the best we want.
Oh,
Hits it
why
onside.
is it still in play?
Oath popping it back up once again as Boone hits it towards the ground. Wova trying to keep it alive. Gus sends it up once again, and Oath looking for a fly. It's off the corner.
No one's over there. Oh, wait, no one's trying to get there. Not trying to steal it, though.
From the corner, this might unfortunately
Are they trying to score? Are they going to score?
Over the corner! Oh my god!
That would have been wild if Wichita would end up scoring. All right, Wichita on the board.
Despite the Trader goal earlier in the game, Wichita do come out on top, and that'll bring our overall scoreline to a 2-1.
All right. Heading over to the Ball State side. And it is now no longer there.
Yeah, they're battling it out into the corner end.
Louis, you know you take priority. You talk more with it.
Well, I know. You had a thought. I was letting you run with it just for a little bit. But I got you. Don't worry.
I'm the support.
The same way that Boone seems to have control over this aggression so far. Thankfully, Wova is able to overtake it as Oath props it on back. We're definitely in the air. That is a thing we are doing. Gah hits it over, and a little bit of an awkward goal, but it works. The
awkward
interesting fly from Oath was actually the success that they
Whatever works. Whatever works.
Whatever works indeed. Still, 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go, and Ball State have scored. Knight not happy with what happened.
Whoa there. I love tip-off demos. As actually counterintuitive as they may be.
Off. Yeah, just because they get to respawn back in a defensive position. But either way, Wova, speaking of defense, now being converted into offense as he sneaks past one. He sneaks past another potentially. Couldn't make it happen. Imos,
it's not that free.
Able to return in time. Oath. Knight gets a tip off towards the middle. Imos might translate this, and we need a defender back towards the Wichita side, but no one's there.
It was an awkward
and a pass
collision.
From
Teamwork.
Good little boop right there for Wova to finish it off.
I think in the opposite corner we couldn't see. I think Boone and Knight bumped into each other, and that kind of slowed the process a bit, so they couldn't get over there.
Ever so.
Not entirely sure, but that is what I think I saw.
Well, now up 2-0. Definitely need to be careful. And now it's sent back up towards the middle. Guz looking for the defensive play as Boone is trying to intercept as possible.
Centering it.
Whoa there. Oh, big bump.
Thrown right back into the wall.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, there. I hear a dink of a crossbar. The horrid sound that no one wants to hear on the field.
Not even a little bit. Damn. Nice save from Gah. Close call right there in terms of Boone. We might get it off of the corner.
Good
He might do it
position from
himself.
us.
It's a great block from Moss. Boone following it up, heading towards the Ball State side. Wova is able to send it towards the corner into the loving arms of Ga, or Wheels, rather.
Well,
Both hitting it
if
back
it's the
into the
arm,
corner.
if you consider the hands the wheels, then
Well, I mean, the front wheels are probably the arms. The back wheels, I'd say, is a good excuse for legs.
well,
He doesn't have 4 arms. He has 4 arms.
Well,
F-O-R-E.
I'm saying what's the part that connects the wheels to the car? Because that would be the arm actually, and the wheels and legs to, and then feet. The wheels would be the hands and feet.
I guess the axles. The
Right,
very
that axle.
small
That's the word I
axle.
want. Yeah.
Well, off towards the middle again. Heading towards the corner is Oath. Let's see if he's able to make it happen. Not really.
Made something
Boone is
happen.
there to intercept,
Thank
though.
God. Does
Solos it.
I don't know
No
if I can
help
really call that a pinch
whatsoever.
or a drop, but it's in there.
He calls it a goal. That's the only thing he wants to call it.
It kind of clipped downward instantly. I'm gonna call that a Bethesda.
Oh my
Anyways,
goodness, headed towards the corner once again is already Ball State. They're not letting up any sort of aggression right now. Ooh,
Ball State
little
strong control this round.
Definitely doing good as Wova heading towards the middle. Boone, follow it up. Needs to beat Ga, and he will not.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh my. Wichita do seem to be slipping up here. As Moss being the last defender definitely hurt them right there. And it's a clean pass from Wova and an even cleaner goal for Ga.
And a big red dinosaur.
Big 4-0 lead right now. Wichita need an answer, and they only have 60 seconds to find it.
I think that's a good response there. Getting them away from their goal.
Now let's channel that aggression and formulate it into a goal. As Knight is trying to do exactly that.
Trying to get control of the ball, but missing it a few times over. And
no, it's all falling apart.
Does secure it in the end, one way or another. Everyone's just stumbling over each other.
And make it happen. Can't get back in time. And Oath bringing it to 5-0 with 38 seconds on the clock. Kickoff does go their way as they nearly get into a Rule 1 right there.
30 seconds on this round remain. We're
still battling it out.
Heading right back to the other side of the field, where I'd say probably don't want to see right now.
We definitely don't. But Moss, hopefully, is able to clear this ball as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, it is now probably impossible. It's a nice display of skills from Moss right there.
Have you ever scored 5 goals in 0 seconds?
I can't say I have, but
Moss taking Ga out for the road.
The text on my screen says the comeback is unfortunately dead. 3-0 scoreline, or excuse me, 3-1 scoreline now with a quick 5-0, and that will put Ball State on match point.
And it looks like... Okay. I didn't know if was leaving or going because they were... I was like, they know the best.
You can't rage quit at this level of play, Damien.
You don't know what I've seen. You don't know the experiences I've had as production here.
You don't know the half of.
In any case, potentially final round.
Yeah, let's see it from the jaws of defeat. Wichita can bring it around. Heading back towards the corner. A little bit of a defender blunder coming out. Oath is there. Isn't able to get as nice of a tap as he wants off of the deflection of Boone. Knight will able to prop the ball, not the goal.
Sneaking in. Serpentine. But Boone takes it away. Right into Knight.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
comes into go. Coming off of the top now, headed back towards mid. Oath is probably in charge of this one.
Oh,
Ga from
high.
midfield. A little high. Wova trying to set up in the bump! The bump!
Now that's what I like to see. Those are the best kind of goals, so you push the person out of the way.
Thank God this isn't real soccer, because the penalty would have gone crazy.
That's how I play. I harass the goalie.
That's a red card if I have ever seen it.
Whoa. Red cards all around. Okay.
So much oil. I can't really say blood. So much oil shed. This guy's looking to score it again, but runs out of boost, unfortunately. There's just too many Wichita defenders.
And we're still keeping the carnage going. Knight spawn right on top of the ball.
That's always a good one. As Wova sends it towards the corner. Boom,
okay.
Wova collecting more wheels for his collection.
I almost wish I was keeping count of these demos.
Demo counter would go hard, I won't lie.
But it's not the most I've seen.
Go ahead and get back. Moss able to carry it on up. Back into the corner once again. Oath and Boone are trying to fight it on off as we head back towards mid. It's a nice touch from Boone to keep the offensive dream alive. Duh, doing his best to defend, and that's exactly what he'll do. Oath sending it on back. Moving it back towards the midfield. As the boost is very important right now as they try to attack. Is Wichita not the best touch from Moss? Knight trying to confirm.
Whoa.
Oh, thank